All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me just make sure. I'm going to try to mute everyone. Everyone will be muted. So if you do have something to say, you can either write it in the chat or you could raise your hand if you wanted to, but that's kind of weird. Just write it in the chat because I can't see everyone's faces. And the reason that we mute everyone on these calls is just because if everyone is unmuted, there is an echo during it. So we just mute everyone. But write your questions in the chat. They'll get answered either during it. A coach will answer it for you, or we'll make sure we get it answered at the end. If you are nervous at all and you don't want to write it in the chat for everyone to see, you can always reach out to the coach that added you into the group. So really quickly, just what we're going to be going over is what Beachbody coaching is, what's required to become one, how do you get paid, how do you build a team. We're going to go over the normal hesitations that we have all had as coaches. I promise you there is no coach out there that joined Beachbody and was like, I'm going to be a coach, and I don't think that I, didn't have any self-doubt or fears or wonder if they would be good at this or think my following's not big enough or I could never be successful at it. We all have those fears. So don't be scared to say what your fears are. Don't be scared to ask us questions, because the only way you can find out if this is truly for you is by getting those questions answered. My name's Jessie Mershon. I'm the founder of Bold Faith Moves, and I have been a coach for 3.5 years. So first, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit just about my story. In 2008 was when I first became a mom. I had a little girl who is now 10, and then I recently just had my son who was 5 months yesterday. I was offered the opportunity. It was put in front of me when my daughter was like 2 or 3 years old at the time, and I said no to the opportunity. So just so you guys know, a lot of people don't say yes right away. So if your coach has talked to you numerous times and you're on this call, like she has asked me a bunch of times, that's probably totally normal. And it took me a while to say yes. I actually said no originally. I knew nothing about it, and I wasn't at a point in my life that I thought I needed it. So I was just like, no, and moved on. I kept going to school. I ended up getting my degree in applied behavioral science. I planned on getting that 8-to-5 job. That was like my goal, was just to have my weekends off and have my nights free, because I had been bartending and serving for so long. So I just wanted to be salaried. Like, I didn't care what I was doing. I could be filing papers all day. I just wanted to be salaried. And that's how naive I was. And I was not dreaming or setting any goals. I just was like, okay, give me an 8-to-5. And slowly I was applying for jobs, and that was when the market was crashing, and so no one was hiring. And so I kept serving, I kept bartending, and I would fill out application after application after application, and I could not get hired. I kept going, I kept bartending, I kept serving, I was making good money, but being in that kind of scene when you're trying to have a family and when you're trying to grow up and you want a stable job, it gets old after a while. If any of you guys have served in bartend, you know that it starts to get old. So I was drinking a lot and surrounded by people who were drinking a lot. And if I didn't go out and have drinks after work, then I felt like I wasn't fitting in. And I had struggled with so much anxiety and self-doubt and just who I was. I had struggled with eating disorders off and on for 10 years. I became a runner. I ran some marathons and some half marathons. And I honestly don't know how I made them through, because I was at such an unhealthy part of my life. I would literally run tons of miles because I didn't eat food, or I ate like a little bit of food and had to run it off. So it was a very much not running because I loved fitness. It was running because I was scared of gaining weight, or scared that that meal that I ate was going to sit in my stomach. So I was extremely, extremely unhealthy, and I had started, my anxiety had just like gotten way worse than it was, and I was going to the doctor, and they were doing tons of different tests just to figure out what was going on. And I couldn't sleep at night, and I would start sweating, and I stressed out like crazy. And after all of the tests, they would always tell me they didn't know what was going on with me. And I finally, at my last appointment, was sitting in my doctor's office, and she's like, It's fine. Like, we could put you on anxiety medicine, but everything else looks fine on all your tests. And I remember just crying in her office because I was like, I feel horrible. Like, something needs to change. And as crazy and as stupid as it sounds, I was not looking at myself in the life I was living. And I was not even really being honest with my doctors that I struggled with eating disorders, that I was drinking as much as I was. And I thought like it was something else, but really it was the lifestyle I was living. I did not eat, I drank, and it was just a mess. 2015, my daughter started getting older, and for coaches who are on this call, they've met my daughter, and my daughter is like a little adult. So she started telling people, my mom doesn't eat food, and that was the breaking point for me. That's when I decided I needed to make changes. I needed to be a better mom, and I needed to not raise my daughter in a culture that was already going to be skinny. You have to be skinny, and you have to do all these things. I wanted her to feel confident. I wanted her to feel good. And I wanted to set a better example than the one I was setting. So I had started an Instagram. My Facebook was deactivated, and my Instagram, I had literally just started. So I had no followers, 0 followers. And I was like, I'm going to start working out, and I'm going to use my Instagram as a way to just like share my journey and to meet other fitness people, because I honestly had no idea what I was doing. I was the girl that would run. Like I said, I was very good at running because it doesn't take too much like brain thought, but in a gym, I was nervous. I felt uncomfortable in gyms because I didn't know how to lift weights, and I didn't want to do something that I ended up hurting myself, but I just didn't feel confident and comfortable going by the weights. And I would just sit on a treadmill at the gym. So when I started the Instagram, it was really just to start meeting other people that were working out that I could learn from and continue my journey. That is how I found my coach. She was a complete stranger, someone I had never met, which most of you on this call probably have not met the coach that reached out to you. One of the cool parts about social media is that we are able to connect with all different men and women all over the United States because of social media. And I used to hate social media, you guys. Like, I absolutely hated it and thought it was such a negative place and a place for people to brag. But in this business, you get to realize that if you use your social media in a way that can change lives and inspire other people and motivate other people, social media can be such a blessing. It can be something that keeps you going, that pulls you out of hard times. And it's like kind of becomes your little accountability partner. I use my Instagram and I use my Facebook as a way to share my ups and downs in life in hopes that it helps another parent, or it helps someone else that was struggling with their anxiety or with their eating disorder. And that's what we get to use it as, an outlet to connect with people and show them none of us are perfect. We might look at someone and think their life is perfect and think their body is perfect, but behind those closed doors, no one is perfect. And I love that with this business, we are able to share the imperfections and be real and share all the stuff that happens, the good and the bad, with everyone around us. So first, we're going to go into what a Beachbody coach is not, because I'm sure you have heard all different things, and you probably have in your mind what a Beachbody coach is as well. First and foremost, we coach. So you do not need to have a degree. You do not need to know everything. We are coaches, and what our job is to coach people through it. We're not experts. We're not salespeople. We don't need to know everything. We don't need to have a degree. You don't need a certification, and you don't have to have a perfect body or that goal weight body. I hear people say all the time, well, maybe I'll coach later on when I have that 6-pack abs, or maybe I'll start later when I lose a lot of weight. But the thing is, you guys, this journey is about showing people the journey, showing people who you are as you go along each day. And if you wait until you have those 6 packs of abs, that's not relatable because people want to see that you struggle to get there too. People want to see that you didn't love to work out every single day, and that you're implementing this into your life and making these changes, and they get to be along for the ride. So our goal is to help people live their best life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. One of the biggest things I think you miss out on when you get a trainer or when you get a gym pass, yes, you can go and you can work out, you can get a nutritionist and have them do meal plans, but no one's helping you with your mental struggles and no one's holding you accountable unless obviously you have that trainer that you have a few sessions with, but otherwise you're on your own. And in this business, you're not on your own because you run accountability groups and you're checking in with your challengers, you're checking in with your coaches, and everyone's doing the workouts together, and it makes you keep showing up. So the physical part is huge, and so is the mental part, and there's also a spiritual part, whether you have to have the faith in yourself or you're putting faith in God and his plan for you, but having that faith that is going to carry you through and make you believe in yourself and that you can do this and you can sorry that you can keep moving forward in your journey, because you're going to have ups and downs in your journey, and you're going to have days that you don't want to work out because you're human, but you continue to move forward every single day. What you get with coaching is nutrition, peer support, fitness, and a community. So with the nutrition, when you sign up, you get access to all of the meal plans, including all of the blog, and on the blog they have tons of recipes, and we even have a cooking show that you get access to that walks you through, not only gives you the ingredients, the directions, but it even has a video for you to watch if you're a visual learner. So for me personally, I'm not a good cook, but I turn those videos on and I watch, okay, this is how I'm supposed to cut my onions. This is how I'm supposed to cut my green peppers. So it walks you through that. And then you get access to all these meal preps that make it super, super simple. On top of that, you get access, you'll be getting your shake every single month. And the shake is so good for you and something that you can't get in a store. You can't get a lot of the superfoods and the ingredients that are in it. It's going to have your prebiotics and probiotics and all of the things you need for your digestive system to really work the way that it was supposed to be working. You get your peer support and the community. I'm going to tie those two together because not only you'll have the team and you have challengers, but you have that community. And this picture right there shows you the community is so much more than just people that work out. We are all human beings. Some of us are moms. We all have different jobs. We have all different whys on what this business is doing for us and why we decided to start coaching. Yes, we all want to help people. And on the other side of that, we all have different things, whether it's to one day be home with your kids or to leave the job that you have and fire your boss or to get out of debt. We all have different whys, and that's why we all come together and we keep showing up every single day. And then obviously the fitness part of it, you're going to get your workouts, and we have tons of workouts, and it's awesome because you can stream them from anywhere. So when you go on vacation, you don't have an excuse anymore to stop working out. You don't have an excuse that you don't have a sitter. Now you get to just press play wherever you're at. Now I want to be completely honest, you don't have to love at-home workout programs. If you're someone who's going to the gym right now and you want to go work out at the gym, then work out at the gym. That's totally fine. You're still going to get access to the programs on days that you might not be able to get to the gym. You're still going to get access to all of the meal plans and all of the community stuff that we will be doing. So who makes a great coach? Someone who wants to start working out and who wants to eat cleanish. And I put clean-ish because all coaches do not eat clean 100% of the time. We all have sweets sometimes or have drinks sometimes or have pizza. We are human and we do not pretend to eat clean all of the time. And if you sign up to be a coach on this team, do not pretend or think that you have to eat clean all the time. You have to be someone who wants to build their dreams. I don't know about all of you guys, but once you start to grow up and you get into high school, you're told that you go to college, and you go to college and then you're told to get this job, and you kind of stop dreaming. You kind of just get stuck in your path that you were thinking that's the way you're supposed to go, and you just stay put on that path. But you forget that there's so much more out there, that you get one life, and that you're never going to get the days back that you're spending at that job, and that you have a right to dream big. And 78% of millionaires are self-made, you guys. because it's 78% of people that are working hard to live this dream life that they wanted. And you have to be someone who wants to transform their life. So not just wanting to start working out, but wanting to start working out, wanting to start investing in yourself. I don't want you guys to think it's just about a number on a scale, because it is not just about a number on a scale. It is about that mental part of your life. It's about wanting to be better and just be a better human in general. Have a better attitude towards stuff. Be able to not stress out and not have anxiety as bad as you used to not feel alone, to not feel depressed. Working on all of those things as a whole is how you transform your life, because you can work out, but if you don't work on all the rest, then you're not going to feel the way that you deserve to feel. You have to be someone who wants to lead by example, someone who wants to start showing up. I don't care who you were previously or who you are right now, but you have to be someone that wants to change and be better. I can tell you guys from experience, I was not someone that I was proud of when I started coaching. When I said yes to this opportunity, I was never someone that I even thought could be successful at this, or thought that anyone would look up to or be inspired by or be motivated. I was a girl who was so lost and insecure and drinking all the time. Like, why would anyone ever want to follow me or be a part of my journey? But I decided when I said yes to coaching that I was going to be different, that the person I was being, I didn't want to be anymore, and I wanted to be better. I wanted to have a purpose to get out of bed every single day, and I wanted to feel good about who I was. You have to be someone who wants to be a product of the product. Don't say, I'm going to start coaching, but I don't want to do personal development, and I don't want to ever work out. None of us want to work out all of the time. But we get it in, because that whole saying about how if you work out, you're going to feel better after, like, it's legit true. And I don't say that just because I'm a coach, but it really puts you in a better mood. It changes your attitude. It changes your relationships. It changes the way you deal with your stress. Working out is huge, and it's something that also is going to help you live your best life and live a long, healthy life. Eating clean is another thing. You don't have to eat clean all the time, but being a product of the product, meal prepping on Sundays and showing people how to meal prep. And if you're on this call right now thinking, I have no idea how to meal prep, perfect, because I didn't know how either, and you have access to all of that stuff. You don't have to do it alone. We literally have the meal preps for you in our back office, so you can just go there. And I mean, there's some that are even no bake. So they're quick and easy, and eventually you start to get the hang of it and you knock it out so much easier. You have to be someone who wants to walk the walk and talk the talk. So you can't be telling someone, oh, I'm feeling so amazing because of this new coaching job opportunity that I started, but instead you should be just letting it shine off of you because they're seeing you lose weight, or they're seeing you tone up, or they're seeing you grab healthy snacks instead of unhealthy snacks, or they're seeing you come into work with a smile on your face when you used to come in tired and crabby and just not wanting to be there, but now you're coming in with dreams because you know one day you get to leave that job, or you know that when you get off of work you get to do something that you're passionate about, that you love. So you just have to be someone who's willing to start making those changes. Your daily tasks as a coach: set monthly goals, something that is huge. You need to start setting goals. And you guys can let us know in the chat. Everyone that's on right now, let us know at the job you're currently at, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're in an office job or you're a teacher, whatever your job is, if you set monthly goals. Monthly goals was something I was never doing, let alone yearly goals, any sort of goal. I didn't set any. But in this business, you have to set goals, because if you're not, then what are you really doing to move yourself forward, to live your best life? You're not doing any of that by not setting goals. So setting goals is huge, and it's how you move your business forward, but it's also how you move your transformation forward mentally, spiritually, and physically. First, you stay committed to your own journey. So by committing to whatever program you're doing, the workouts you're doing, the meal plan, every single program comes with a meal plan for your calorie bracket. And then following through with that, showing up, having a time, scheduling it like an appointment. If it's getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, or it's going to get it in at 8:30 at night, whatever it is, staying committed to it. Even when you feel like sitting on the couch and watching TV, you're like, no, I'm committed to my program. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it, because I want to show people that are sitting on their couch, they can do it too. You have to be the best you. Because if you're not willing to be the best you, then how are you going to help other people be the best they can be? Second, you have to share your journey. So sharing your journey on social media. Like I said, no one is perfect. So we want to share the good, the bad, the ugly. We don't want to see this perfect person all the time. We don't want to only see this person that's their hair is done and their makeup's done, or they have a suit on for work, whatever it is. We want to see the good and the bad, and we want to see that once in a while you miss a shower, or once in a while you end up grabbing a candy bar instead of a protein bar. We want to see that stuff, and that's how people will relate to you. And you don't want people to think that they have to be perfect, because if they feel like they have to be perfect to be a part of your team and a part of your community, then it doesn't seem like something I know I wouldn't want to do, and I know I wouldn't be able to live up to that standard. Last, you're going to run challenge groups. We run 2 groups every single month. We run a free group and we run a paid group. The free group and the paid group, all of your content is created for you. So we have a Google Drive. It is all in there. And the free group is typically 3 to 5 days. And basically what it is just a way to get people into a group, working with you as a coach and learning from you. It can be a 5-day clean eating. It can be a 3-day water hydration where you hold them accountable and just drinking water, because you guys, the simplest things as drinking water is something that people struggle with. I mean, I still struggle with it, and I've been a coach for 3 years. I'm getting better with it, but that is still something I struggle with. So doing these little things, we did one that was like cleaning out their closets and cleaning out drawers in their houses. I recently did one for moms who have kids and want to pack healthier lunches. So basically what a free group is just a way to share free content with people and coach them through it for a few days. The paid group is when people are committed to doing a program with you, and they're going to check in with you in a group. We have an app that you run it through, and we teach you how to do all of that, or you are allowed to run it on Facebook. But a challenge group is where you're sticking to a program. Say you did 21 Day Fix and your whole group is doing 21 Day Fix. You guys check in every single day and go through your ups, your downs, your struggles, the days you don't want to work out, the days you do, and you just support and love each other in those groups. This first line, Beachbody is considered an MLM. I wanted this in the PowerPoint because I think it is so important to put that out there, because I think that MLMs have such a bad rap, and I understand why they can, but I also want you guys to know we are one. And the reason that I believe we are different is because whether it is makeup you're selling or a purse you're selling or skincare or whatever it is that you are selling in an MLM, you are selling someone a product and you sell it to them, you make your sale, and it is done. You don't have to check in on them and see, how's your purse doing? Or with the face stuff, you might check in and see how their skin is doing, but for the most part, they're on their own once they get that product. Where Beachbody coaches are different is our whole goal in this is to help people live a better life, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So when you sign up to coach and someone orders a challenge pack from you, that is awesome, but it is not about that sale at all. Yes, you get commission on it. Yes, that's awesome. We all need money to live. But where the real work comes in and the real joy comes in and where the job as a coach comes in is holding them accountable in their challenge group, checking in with them, making sure they know what they're doing, making sure they are staying on track and following those plans, making sure they're implementing personal development, because not only do we want you guys doing personal development, your challengers and your coaches when you're building a team need to be doing personal development too. We help pair women and men up with programs and nutrition plans to help them live the best life. So if someone were to come to me and I start chatting with them and they want to start getting healthy, they tell me they have 5 to 10 pounds to lose. I talk to them about it. What kind of workouts do they like? Do they like cardio? Do they like lifting? Do they like yoga? Do they have an hour to work out? Do they have a half an hour to work out? How much time, how many like weights? Do they have tons of weights, or would they need to go buy a ton? Setting them up with a program that's going to fit their needs. And we, again, have all that information in our back office. So you don't need to have done a program. You don't need to know all the programs. You just, again, need to look in your back office, and we teach you how to do that and how to help them get set up. We share and inspire the person who's just like you, struggling and wants to be better. So many people are scared to admit they're having bad days, or that they're in debt, or that they're struggling with anxiety, or that they miscarried, or that their kids are making them crazy that day. You guys, there's so many people out there that feel so alone on situations that happen in their life. Maybe they're going through a divorce, or they found out that their husband or wife was just cheating on them, or maybe they had a death in the family. We want to be the people that help people get through those things. We want to be the people that share the good and the bad and share the ups and downs in our lives in hopes to help that person that's sitting at home holding it in and feeling so alone but so scared that they can't say anything to anyone. And you will be so surprised on social media that when you share something that is hard for you to share, probably, how many people it's going to help and how many messages you'll get. And Alex Lowe, who's on this call, is a perfect example of that, because she shared something that was huge to her, and I'm like going to get emotional. She shared something that was extremely hard, and she did it, and I was so proud of her, because there's so many people that struggle with it, and it wasn't easy for her to do, but she also saw how amazing people can be. And that there's so many people that need that and need someone to tell them that they're struggling with that too and going through that and how to get through it. And she is pushing through and showing up in her life every day and continuing to go on her journey. And that's what we get to do for people. We just get to love on all people. So going and supporting people on social media, letting people know, hey, you look gorgeous in your picture. You guys, how many times have you gone to post a picture on social media and then freak out because you are like, okay, my hair looks bad, or my makeup looks bad, or my friend looks too drunk, or whatever it is. You look at these pictures and you find something that is wrong with them, or some part of your body that is wrong, and you either don't put it up, or you want to edit it 50 times, or you want to redo the picture 50 times. We want to support and love on people in a picture that they put up, because they're self-conscious about it. We all have those feelings. And then we also look and are like, oh, well, no one liked my photo, so maybe it's ugly, or maybe that was a bad photo, or maybe that was a bad post. When it's not. Like, people are all pretty in their own way, so we just get to support them and remind them, like, hey, you look gorgeous. Hey, your family is adorable. Hey, that new kitchen that you just redid is gorgeous. Ask them questions about it. We just get to be humans and love on people, because for so long, people are forgetting, like, we're getting lost in that as a society of just being able to love on people and to go out. And I'm not saying just on social media, but even when you go out in public, you guys, going out and having a server that stinks one night and you have no idea why, but she never comes to your table, or she's so slow. When I moved to South Carolina, that was something that made me crazy, because in Chicago, we are like super fast at serving. And when I moved originally to South Carolina, like, I could not, it made me crazy. So I'm like, why is everyone moving so slow? And it's just slower pace than what I was used to. But learning how to still be nice, because you know what? That server might not have done a good job, but that server might have just had the worst day of her life, and you have no idea what's happening. And she's still showing up at work and doing the best that she can do. It's easy to get mad and get angry because we live in a world that everything is rushed and we want things now, and we get pissed at people when traffic is not going the way we want it to, and when the line is taking too long. Like, there is always something that's not moving fast enough for us, and it's so easy to get caught up and get mean. And we want to change that. We want to be the person that's still respectful, that's still nice, that still smiles, even with the bad stuff that happens. So how do you build your business? This is a picture of what my Instagram basically looks like, and how you're going to build your business. Your business is your business. So how you choose to do it is completely up to you. Something that I recently started doing is I put quotes and then I do 2 pictures. So for me, mine just looks cleaner, and this is how it's going to look. I share a lot about my kids. As you can see, here's my little guy. This is my postpartum journey. Here is my daughter and my son. Here is me. Me and my son, and then me and my daughter. Now with each of those posts, there's different parts about my life in those posts. So one is my postpartum journey. And then if you went to the bottom one, it probably, and I don't totally remember because this was like a month ago, but it probably was something about me and my daughter getting a workout in together, and how before I used to struggle with eating disorders and was teaching her the wrong things. And now I'm stepping up as a mom and teaching her how to live a healthier life and how to follow in my footsteps so that she lives a healthier life. And the picture on the bottom right is a picture of me and my son. And that picture was being able to stay in bed a little bit longer one morning when my son just wanted to cuddle and wanted to sleep on me. And I didn't have to rush out the door and get to work. And I didn't have a boss to tell me that I needed to drop my kid off at a sitter. But instead, I got to lay in bed and cuddle my baby, who seems to be growing way too fast. Those are the kind of posts that I share on my social media. I share about what this business and this opportunity has been able to not only do for me physically and mentally and spiritually, but I share about what it's doing for my family and about what life I'm able to live now because of this. When my daughter was little, I had to miss a ton of stuff. I was bartending and serving, and there were times, lots of times, that I couldn't put her to sleep because I would be at work, and she would literally wait up in her bed until 12:30 at night or 1 o'clock in the morning because she wanted her mom to give her a kiss before she went to bed. And that killed me as a parent. I hated it. And I was able to take her to school and usually pick her up, but being able to have my next baby and be home with them, that is something that was huge to me. So I share about all of that stuff on my social media, and I let other moms, that is my market, is a lot of moms or just women that want to eventually have kids. Your market is going to be what you are currently at. Maybe you are a teacher right now and you're maybe looking to leave your job one day. Maybe you are a guy in a sales position right now and you would rather be doing something with fitness and health because you're passionate about that. You're going to market what your market is. So when you're sharing on your social media, you want to be yourself. You want to share, you want to inspire, and you want to motivate. But how you choose to do that is completely up to you. If you want to share a workout video every single day as one of your posts, you can share a workout video every single day. If you want to have a tip of the day and share that on your social media, or you want to share your meal plan, whatever it is that really brands you. Maybe you're someone who plays the guitar and you're going to share about that. Whatever it is, you get to share and market to the person basically that was just like you. So when I'm speaking to people who were at a point in their life. I'm speaking in that first picture to moms who had babies and don't know how to get their bodies back after, or think that you can only go to a gym to get your body back. And I'm speaking to that mom who had to leave in the morning or had to not put her kid to bed at night because she was at her job. And now I am doing something different and showing them they can do it. So you speak to the person on your social media that you want to help change their life. Worst case scenario. What if no one wants to join me? So I hear that all the time. It's like, oh, well, I don't have a big following, and I know my friends don't want to join me. I know my family doesn't want to join me. I don't have people that would ever even want to be a part of this. A lot of the people that are on our team, I never met in person until like we had a retreat or until we had one of our conferences. So honestly, I love that part of it because I think it's so much easier to connect with complete strangers and get to know them on social media and talk to them all the time than sometimes connect with like your friends, because it can be scary. But my friends, honestly, I've been a coach for 3.5 years. I've been full-time for 7 months. None of my best friends have ever joined me in this journey. I know they could all benefit from it, the mental part, the physical part. I know they could benefit from it. However, they will never join me. And the reason that is a lot of times when someone starts doing something and they're excited and they're proud, it's hard to support them when you might not be at a point that you're happy, or they might feel like their friend is changing and they're not used to that changed person. I had a lot of drinking friends, and I had a lot of friends that are still drinking, and that's completely okay. But when I decided to change my life and just start really getting into fitness and really getting into health and really getting into this business, I made a choice that I also kind of was changing my friends, and that was going to come with it, which was totally fine. This quote, fear, forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. It's your choice. Both ways are going to be, you're going to have fear. You're going to have fear and you're going to run the opposite way and be like, I can't do this and I don't know people, or I will not be successful at this. Or you're going to have fear and you're going to choose to run through that fear and take everything that comes with it, and you're going to go through it like you're unstoppable. And you have to make that choice that fits you best. Do you want to be someone that sits with fear and doesn't accomplish the things in life and doesn't live the life they want and lives an unhappy life? Or do you want to push for things? Do you want to push for goals? Do you want to push to change your life? And even if no one joined you, you get healthy in this journey. So even if you signed up to coach, the worst case scenario that ever could come from it is you get healthy, you start living your best life, you start feeling confident, you start having more energy and joy, and you feel amazing mentally and physically and spiritually. So it's like you can't lose by starting to get healthy and by starting to feel good. How do coaches make money? You get 25% commission on everything that's purchased through you. You have a site that it all goes through, and you don't have to worry about inventory or shipping. Everything is done through the site. So I do not go and physically ever bring something to someone's house and say, here you go, you ordered this. It's all done through a site. It is very simple. We are able to put together a cart for a person, and we send them the cart, and then they pay and go through that. You do not ever take someone's credit card information, or they send you a check or send you cash. You don't deal with any of that. It's all done through your website, which you get access to as a coach. And to set it up, it is very easy to get your website set up, and there's videos to walk you through that. And then you'll have a link that you send people. And then the other way you make money is team cycle bonuses. As a team, we all work together to help each other grow. So team cycle bonuses is all of our volume in one, and it's going to help you just grow. So this is more in depth. Sorry. Okay, so like I said, you get 25% commission on all products sold. So for instance, if you were getting Beachbody On Demand for the year, it would be a $40 commission. If they were ordering a Shakeology home direct order, it would be a $32 commission. If they were getting a challenge pack, which is your shakes, your portion control containers, your access to all of the programs on demand, and your shaker cup, you'd be getting $50 commission. There is all different challenge packs, some cheaper and some higher, so that commission can go higher or lower. Team bonuses, once you are an Emerald level coach, that is your first rank advancement, and it is you plus having 2 coaches under you. That is when you start getting team bonuses. And You earn approximately 6% from your team's success in creating value. The coaches placed below you from enrolling coaches. So basically what an going Emerald means, you're having a coach on your left and a coach on your right. And what that means a lot of times is it's your husband who's going to start getting healthy with you, or it's your mom, or it's your dad, or it's your best friend. Usually those two coaches come from people who want to support you in this new journey that you're starting. And I know my first was my husband and one of a girl that I worked with, and then it was like my mom after that. So you might have family that wants to join on, you might not, but usually it's two people that are close to you that want to support you and want to get healthy with you. They do not actively need to work the business, just so you know that. My husband kind of works business. He helps me with a lot of this stuff. And eventually we are working to retire him so he can come home and do the business with me. But right now he's still working. And then you get quarterly bonuses and matching bonuses. Quarterly bonuses pay out every 3 months for qualifying diamond and above coaches. Bonuses range from $250 for a diamond all the way to $60,000 for a 15-star. And again, that is every 3 months. You get bonuses at diamond, 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, and 15-star. Matching bonuses is available as a ruby or above coach and ranges from 5 to 10% of your coach's team bonus cycle amount. So basically they match what your team is doing and you get a little bonus cycle on that. Income progressions. Everyone's favorite part, because they're like, wait, you really make money doing this? Hold on, I have to drink something. So the person on the left, she is actually my coach. This is her income for the first 19 months. First month was $514. Month 9, she was making $5,594. She was a full-time teacher when she started, and she left her job. I believe she started October maybe. And then she finished off that school year, and by the end of that school year is when she left her job and didn't go back because she knew she wanted to have kids. But she was doing teaching and building this business. The girl in the center is my friend Patty. She was a trainer at the gym. She was making $600 a week at the gym being a trainer, and she absolutely loves fitness and health. And she started coaching. She is currently making $1,800 a week, and she is home with her little boy as well. Melissa Brewer was a stay-at-home mom with her 3 kids. I believe they have 4 now. And she was making $279 her first month, and then $6,000 for month 19. MK is another one of my friends and coach buddies. Her first month, she made $207. Her month 38, which was probably 2 months ago, she is making $12,857. My income progression for you. Month 1 was $569. Month 38 was $7,856. With these income progressions, I want you guys to know we do not sit at home and never have to do anything. You are working. It is a business. You don't become successful unless you're willing to put your heart into it, to have good and bad that come with it, and to work. You're working for yourself to become successful. So basically, you are showing up every single day and being serious about it if you are being serious about building a business. Because I want you to think of it as if you were to go open a gym or to go open a clothing store, you would invest money into it, and you would be having to show up and open those doors to build your business. It is the exact same thing with this business, only you are your door, and your social media and your presence on social media is your door to let people in and to let people learn from you and get inspired by you and get motivated from you. So there are 3 different types of coaches. One is going to be a discount coach, someone who is loving the products and just wants to get that 25% commission on all the products. They're not working the business. 2 is a hobby coach, and a hobby coach is working the business 3 to 5 hours a week. They are interested in working it, don't want to work it full time. They tell their friends and family about it. They're sharing their journey, maybe not every single day, but they're loving the products and basically a product of the product if you're a hobby coach. Business building coach, and a lot of people also, just so you know, you can flip around with these. Some people start as a discount coach. Lindsay, I'm not sure if she's on the call tonight. She started as a discount coach for a year, and she just switched over recently to business building coach. You can start off as a hobby coach and want to do this as part-time, and you hear this all the time in business or in our business that people started and were doing it as a side hustle, and then they realized how passionate they were about it and decided to make it a full-time business and become a business building coach. A business building coach is working the business 8 to 10 hours a week. And if you are going all in, there are coaches that work it like 8 hours a day. I will be 100% honest. I work at 8 to 10 hours a week as a business building coach. And that is someone that's showing up and doing what we call a power hour every single day. What our team provides is bi-weekly team calls, so one-on-one training calls with your coach. We have team calls every other week, and basically sometimes we'll have a guest speaker, sometimes we will be going over the calendar or new programs that are coming out, sometimes we'll be jumping on. Something we recently are starting is Sundays is a day to jump on early in the morning and just do a little coffee chat, have some tea or coffee, and talk about anything that's going on in our life, business related, not business related, or stuff that you might need help with. And it's just a way for our team just to hang out and get to know each other better and just get to have a better community. You will be put into a group thread, and that is where you check in and you can ask questions and get answers very quickly, because even though we are all coaches and I do this full time, I don't sit on my phone 24 hours a day. So if someone has a question, they put it in the thread and another coach can answer it before. That's what we want, is to be using each other and using this team. You'll get a new coach packet followed by a 14-day coach university. You get endless social media trainings, and then you get access to our Google Drive, which is where I said we have all of our information on free groups and paid groups, and then tons of different trainings. And we have all the graphics and the posting schedules and all of that stuff for you guys. You do not have to create it. And then a place to dream bigger. So it is a place for you to be honest and to set goals and to maybe not hit your goal, but to still keep showing up. The paid for trips that you get. Success Club, we do one every single year. And how you get this trip paid for is by helping 3 people a month. These pictures are from our trip to Punta Cana 2 years ago. I helped 3 people every single month and was able to go enjoy a paid for all-inclusive trip at a 5-star resort, which me and my husband never would have been able to afford by ourselves. We also had $700 spending cash when we arrived, and so we were able to go do couples massages and just have fun with each other. Last year it was in Mexico. I was not at that trip because it was the month before I was due with my baby. And this year it is a cruise. So they rented out the entire cruise ship. And as long as you're helping 3 people a month, your trip gets paid for and you are able to go enjoy time with your other coaches. You can bring a guest, whether it is your spouse or a mom or a dad, or you can bring your children, whatever it is that you choose. But you get to go enjoy a few days of vacation life, and it's all on you. And it was literally so much fun. Paid for conferences. So I actually just got back from Vegas. The picture on the left is last year's team building, and the picture on the right is new leadership. So there are 2 conferences every single year. To qualify for new leadership, that is for 1-star coaches, and it's for newer coaches that are at that point in the business where they're really serious about building their business. So as a new coach, it's something you put on your vision board and you should be working your way towards. You can get it paid for, and it is in LA. I forget the name of the hotel, but you stay at a very nice hotel, and then you have trainings for a few days. You work out with the trainers, and you get to be in the community setting with all of the other coaches. Leadership is similar. It was in Vegas the last 2 years. It is for 5-star and above coaches. It is, again, a way to be in the community, to learn from other coaches, learn from corporate, and learn how to become a better human and learn how to be a better businesswoman or man. And last 2 years was in Vegas. This next upcoming year, it will be in Arizona. So these do switch. For the most part, New Leader is in LA. But again, both you can get your hotel rooms paid for as long as you are helping people every single month. Summit we have once a year. It is our big conference every year, and it usually switches every year. Recently, it's been every 2 years on where to go. It is, again, a place to learn, grow your team, grow your community, get to hang out with all of your fit friends, and meet a lot of your coaches. Because if you don't know each other and you met on social media, these are when we get together at events like this, and you go for drinks and you have dinners and you go to trainings, and it is a blast. The last 2 previous years were in Nashville, and then last year and this upcoming year that you guys can qualify for would be in Indiana. But we all share hotel rooms, and it is an absolute blast. We do 2 retreats a year. This year, actually starting, is 3 retreats a year. One is with our big upline team. One is going to be with Star Diamond coaches, and one is as our smaller team, so as Bold Faith Moves. The cool part about it is if you are joining this and you have a husband or wife and you start running their account, which you find out about how to do that later, they don't have to work the business, but you can double your income by doing that. You are able to qualify them to attend a retreat as well. You have photo shoots at that, you do trainings, you do tons of hanging out and team building activities. Our next retreat is in South Carolina. It is actually at Folly Beach. This is the house that we rented, and I'm so excited to spoil our coaches. And it is the first weekend in November. Growing your marriage. So this is something that is huge, you guys. Your business is awesome, and you get to grow your business, but you get to grow your life, including your marriages. And when you're becoming a better version of yourself, you get to share that with your spouse, and your spouse gets to start becoming a better person. So these are just a few of the coaches on our team working out with their husbands. And honestly, it improves your relationship. It improves how you feel when you look in the mirror and when you give each other compliments. And it makes you guys so much happier, and it's a bond that you have. Yes, I love to go out and have a drink with my husband, but I also love to just sit and sweat with him at home, and to have my daughter watching it and to be able to do that part. It's like having a little date with them all the time. And you're just embracing your body and embracing who you are, and you're both sweating and pushing each other and bonding in that moment. And it truly, truly helps you grow together. So this is a business, and I want you guys to know what the costs are when you guys are getting started. So it's $39.95 to start coaching. If you do that, you get a little coaching welcome book, and you are a coach. Or the one that majority of coaches do is order their challenge pack. The reason that you do that is you want to be a product of the product. If you don't do any of the workouts, you've never tried this shake, you don't have access to any of that, then how are you going to tell other people that they can get awesome results? You want your results to be why people want to do the business, is because they see you losing weight and toning up and being so happy, and they want to do whatever it is you are doing because of how much joy you are showing. And you can't fake it. It's something that comes from actually working out and actually doing what you need to do. So when you order your challenge pack, you get your superfoods, yearly access to every program we have, including all the trainer programs, calendars that come with them, and meal plans for each, as well as the cooking show. You get endless meal preps, portion control containers, and coaching fee is waived. Now, there are different challenge packs like I talked about. Some have like Energize in it, which is our pre-workout. Some have Recover in it. So depending, talk to your coach if you are getting signed up and figure out what exactly you're looking for. And that way they can sign you up with the right one, because we have some if you're looking for just like the performance stack. They're all different. $15.95 a month is your monthly business fee. What that takes care of is, like I said, you send everyone through your website. So this is your website. It is your shipping that goes out. It's your payroll. It's your customer service when people have any problems. It is all of the business stuff for $15.95 for you to run your business. Ongoing costs. So your investment as a coach would be like $160. You get the $40 coach sign up fee waived. This is if you order your challenge pack, it would be $160. $15.95 or $16 a month. I'm just rounding up the 5 cents. And ongoing monthly Shakeology. It's not a requirement. However, almost all of us are drinking it, or we're drinking the performance line, because again, you want to be feeling your best, and you can't feel your best and share about it unless you're fully embracing it. So that is $99 for coaches. And your goal your first month is to get awesome results, to start sharing your journey, to invite 3 people to get healthy with you. And by doing that, you'll start covering the cost of your shakes so that you don't have to pay for them every single month. Customer versus coach savings. Shakeology is $132 on retail. The coach discount, it's $99. You're saving $33. Your coach business fee is $16, so your net savings is $17. So what do you do now? Message the person who invited you onto this call. So whichever coach asked you to jump on this call and be a part of it, shoot them a message. Let them know, do you want to be a discount coach, a hobby coach, a business building coach? Let them know, do you have questions about the sign up? Do you have questions about something we talked about tonight? Let us know if you have any fears. We want to answer any question. No question is dumb. And like I said in the beginning of this, you only know if this business is for you if you ask the questions that you have. Don't go into it being fearful and holding those questions back. If you are a hobby or a business builder coach, you will get added into the team page, and training starts as soon as you get signed up. Be a challenger in your coach's first group. So when you sign up, you should be a challenger in your coach's group. So that way you're checking in, you see how groups are run, you see how the accountability works, how the support works, and you get to work with your coach that way and learn from them instead of just being thrown into it. When you run actual challenge groups, whether it's free or paid, you are always allowed to pair up with other coaches and run them together. And like I said, you have all the posting for you in the graphics, so you don't have to create any of that. But if you have any questions, please, please, please don't hesitate to ask. All right, do you guys have any questions that you wanted to ask right now? Let me scroll through this really. Maryland. Okay, if anyone thinks of questions that you guys have, feel free to ask your coach. Feel free to message me if you want to message me, but ask those questions. And like I said, once you get signed up with your challenge pack, your journey starts right then. So you'll order which one best fits you, and then you will get it shipped in the mail. While it's being shipped, you will get added into the team page. You will start training. Training is able to go as slow or as fast as you want it. You are not required to do it at any certain time. It depends on what you're hoping to get out of this, and your coach will talk to you about that, as well as figuring out your why and your vision and what you're looking to get out of this. And you guys, if you're on this call and you're like, I have no idea if I want to be a hobby coach or a business building coach, that's totally okay. Let your coach know that you're in between those, because sometimes people are in the beginning. They don't know, they kind of want to be more business building, but they only have time for hobby. Your coach can talk to you about that stuff specifically and in more detail. So I thank you guys all so much for getting on. I'm super excited to meet more of you guys and have you be a part of this. If there is anything I can say after sharing all of that stuff with you guys, this business truly can change your life if you want it to. I was a completely different person, and I made the changes, but it has changed every part of my life. And if you had to ask me or my husband what the best part of coaching is, we wouldn't be able to say one thing, because Beachbody literally has intertwined its way through every part of our life, from the way we parent, from the way our marriage is, from the way we handle every situation, from the trips that we take and the friends that we have and the way that we feel about ourselves. It has changed so much for our life, and it can for anyone that is willing to do it. It does take work. It does take hustle. You will have tough days. You will have awesome days, and we get to celebrate those and go through all of those days together as a team. So have a great night. And thank you guys all so much for getting on. Bye, guys.